So I propose to move to Head 03, Judiciary. Head 03, Judiciary, $517,004,850. I will now invite the Attorney General to make a brief opening statement, not exceeding 5 minutes, should the Honorable Attorney General choose to exercise the option to do so.
Chair, the opening remarks which were approved by the Honorable the Chief Justice, who has resigned. I would read those remarks. I attempted to reach the Chief Justice on behalf of the Judiciary today.
A matter entirely for you, Honorable Attorney General, but as I said, that's why I gave you the option of doing so, should you choose not to do so. That is readily understandable.
I think it's non-controversial, and if as I read it, I see something that I think I should not see, I undertake to do the proper thing. May I begin?
Yes, of course.
The Judiciary of Trinidad and Tobago continues to operate as an independent arbiter to resolve disputes that arise in the society. The government continues to work with the judiciary to ensure adequate funding is provided for its operations and to provide the necessary resources to ensure targeted improvements in systems and processes that affect the administration of justice. There continues to be open lines of communication between the judiciary and the executive, inclusive of the various agencies, ministries, departments involved in the justice sector. As a responsible government, we recognize the need to carefully consider the limited resources of the state and to balance the needs of the judiciary against the needs of the other areas of the state. In doing so, I am pleased to advise that the Minister of Finance has been able to maintain the level of funding at 1.05% of the national budget. More importantly, sufficient as required to meet the annual commitments of the judiciary for the 2026 fiscal period. The government continues to support the judiciary in its transformation efforts and will also provide direct support to improve and to expand physical court facilities and ensure expanded access to court services by all stakeholders. The judiciary has been allocated just over $660 million for recurrent and capital expenditure for fiscal 2026, representing a decrease of $48 million. This reduced sum can be accounted for under the Ministry of Justice, the agency now responsible for construction and refurbishment of court facilities. The sum of $643 million has been provided to fund recurrent activities, and $16 million has been provided for capital expenditure and development projects. Sorry, I'm trying to speak, but I'm hearing my friend from Diego Martin Northeast across there as I'm speaking.
For Diego Martin Northeast, I'm getting a complaint from the Honorable Attorney General.
And my ears have declined in value over the years, so it has to be. In the context of ensuring a properly resourced judiciary, this government is committed to revisit this budget allocation if required at the mid-year review to further support any critical initiatives needed by the, and this bit was put in today, the newly appointed Chief Justice to advance the judiciary's service improvement thrust. I will now take your questions.
Honourable members, the question is that the sum of $517,004,850 for head 03 Judiciary stand part of the schedule. This sum of $517,004,850 for head 03 Judiciary is comprised of monies proposed for expenditure under the following subheads and items to be found in the draft estimates of recurrent expenditure and the draft estimates of development program. We shall now consider the draft estimates of recurrent expenditure. These items are to be found in the relevant volume at pages 11 to 12 inclusive, subhead 01, personnel expenditure, item 001, Judiciary, Trinidad. Member for Arima.
Thank you kindly, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Attorney General, at 23, are you still just 001 or have you gone to 02?
001.
Okay. Well, I'm at 23.
23.
Yeah. 001.
Yes. Salaries, direct charges.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, Honorable Attorney General, I know this is not normally appropriated. I see there's a decrease of 67.9 million.
Okay. So the first answer, of course, is I shouldn't be having this discussion at all. But the fact is that the decrease is not extraordinary. The figure last year represented a figure which was inflated because of the payment of arrears. I'm told by the the public servant in charge of these matters.
But okay. So if you're saying that in 2025 it was inflated, you are saying that this is basically a recommendation that would have come from the judiciary to deal with the inflated figure?
No, I mean, it's not. The figure last year was greater than it was budgeted for. So if you notice, if you go back, and I'm no expert, I'm an accountant, I'm a lawyer as you are, but that 150 million is in stark contrast to the estimate, which was 53 million. It is greater than, that is for fiscal 2025. I'm told that the difference between the estimate and the actual revised estimate is the SRC report. This is what I'm told. 2026 estimate does not obviously have that SRC report factor, so it's back down. And to me that makes sense as a lawyer. I'm not an accountant, and I don't think that Diego Martinez is an accountant either. He might have spent some time in finance, but well, I don't know what he was doing there.
So
many things, a contractor, a lawyer.
Attorney General,
I'm sorry.
So therefore the arrears would be amount basically to almost about twice the salary, based on what you have indicated.
Those are the figures which I have.
Yeah. Well, I'm just asking, I mean.
And I'm just answering on the basis of the figures I have.
Right. I mean, it's something that I'm sure the public would like to know. When you see that amount, so that's all I'm doing.
Well, the judiciary is here, thankfully, next to me. The chief public officer in the judiciary. Because
there's no way I would know unless...
Can I just finish?
Yeah.
The judiciary is here next to me, the chief public officer inside there. And I think I'm entitled to take her at her word.
Yes, so all
Okay.
I'm saying is that
So what
I
is,
would,
it's from her lips to my ears.
yeah. I wouldn't know just looking at it. That's why I'm
I
just trying to get
understand, and
the information.
I'm not trying to be difficult, but that's the answer.
(002), Judiciary Tobago. Subhead 002, Subhead 02, Goods and Services. Pages 12 to 14, item 001, Judiciary, Trinidad. Item 002, Judiciary Tobago. Subhead 03, Minor Equipment Purchases, page 15. Item 001, Judiciary Trinidad. Subhead 04, Current Transfers and Subsidies, pages 15 to 16 inclusive. Item 002, Commonwealth Bodies. Item 007, Households. Item 009, Other Transfers. Item 011, Transfers to State Enterprises. Honorable members, we will now move to the draft estimates of development program. Consolidated Fund. Item 005, Multisectoral and Other Services. A, Administrative Services, page 4. F, Public Buildings, pages 4 and 5. Honorable members, we will now move on to the Infrastructure Development Fund. Item 005, Multisectoral and Other Services, page 238. F, Public Buildings. There being no questions, I propose to put the question to the committee. The question is, honorable members, that the sum of $517,004,850 for head 03 Judiciary stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The sum of $517,004,850 for head 03 Judiciary now stands part of the schedule. Honorable Attorney General, I thank you very much for taking your time off your very, very, very busy schedule, together with your staff to attend, and the staff of the Judiciary. Thank you very much.